Skin and Heart Away 7T back with another EP. And I'm glad y'all good folks could make it. Y'all do your boy a favor when y'all slide on me. Hit that like button for your boy. Hit that like button for your boy. Today, we here for the fight, breakdown, and prediction between Hasim Rahman Jr. and Tommy Morrison Jr. His name not Tommy Morrison Jr. His first name is missing me right now, but I'll be calling the brother, Tommy Morrison Jr. Can't think of your name. You your daddy's boy. Your name Tommy Morrison Jr. Now I'm just playing. His name James Morrison though. James Morrison, Hasim Rahman Jr. and James Morrison. This is Tommy Morrison boy. Tommy Gunn from the Rocky movie. If you heard about it before. But we got Rahman Jr. versus Tommy Morrison son, James Morrison, in a fight on RoyJones Jr. FiteTV. Now he not a junior. He not a junior. His name James. His name James Morrison. His name James Morrison. James Morrison versus Hasim Rahman Jr. It's gonna be on the RoyJones Jr. Son of Legends, fight card, which is today. It's Friday today. This bout is going down today. So make sure y'all tuned in, this Friday evening. I know on Fight TV it says that the card starts at 8 o'clock. I'm not sure if the entire card starts at 8 o'clock or the main card starts at 8 o'clock, but I will be on the lookout for the prelims and all that good stuff. But for this one, we in luck because this fight right here is the main event with Hasim Rahman Jr. and James Morrison, which is Tommy Gunn's son. Trey Morrison, just lost a fight, not too long ago. This is not Trey Morrison. This is Tommy Morrison's second son. You know what I mean? This Tommy Morrison's second son. He said Cruz third down was heated. Okay, but this is Tommy Morrison's second son. You know what I mean? He's undefeated, 17-0. Hasim Rahman is a 12-0. I'm about to bring my camera up in a second because I'm telling y'all this. I might as well go and show it to you. But this fight is tonight on Fight TV. It's free, not a pay-per-view. It's a free thing. You know what I mean? So make sure y'all he's at Washington Man for. Okay, bet. Yeah, this fight is tonight. Starts at 8:30 or 9:30. Prelim start at 5:30 if I'm not mistaken. Type deal. But we got Hasim Rahman Jr. As you see in this picture, 12-0. Hasim Rahman Jr. 12-0, 6 KOs, 30 years old, 6'3", fighting out of Baltimore. You know what I mean? This is the son of Hasim Rahman. He hasn't had too many fights, of people that jump off the radar. You know what I mean? He's a prospect, up-and-coming prospect. He's been saying that, it's really hard for him to get fights, which is why that he chose to fight, James Morrison, because he knows that it's hard for James Morrison to get fights as well. So that he's looking forward to this fight versus James Morrison. Again, Hasim Rahman, 12-0, 6 KOs. He's facing off against James Morrison. James Morrison is 19-0 with 17 KOs and 2 draws. As you can see, he's the more experienced fighter of the two, 31 years old, 6'3". So they're the same height. He's 1 year older than Hasim Rahman Jr. He hasn't fought, anybody of note yet either, as well. They both do have a common opponent, Dion Running Hell. They both went the distance with Dion Running Hell, if I'm not mistaken. Let me check it out. Hasim Rahman might have stopped Dion Hell. Let me check it out. Yep, they both went the distance with Leon Hill, so they do have a common opponent in this fight with Hasim Rahman Jr. Versus James Morrison. James Morrison is coming in. He's a guy who depends heavily on his power. Does James Morrison in these fights? He's not a guy who's coming in trying to be a slick boxer. Not a guy who's coming in trying to be fleet of foot in any way. not a guy who's coming in, who's trying to outthink you. This guy comes in and he comes in firing. You know what I mean? Appreciate y'all sliding through this, John. I can't see y'all, on the screen because I got this screen up. But can y'all do your boy a favor? Can y'all hit that like button when y'all come on in? Greatly appreciate it. Yeah, but James Morrison is the guy. He's all power. When he throws punches to hurt you. He's I got a saying, I'm here for a good time, not a long time. James Morris, what's good? Bruce Goes. Shout out my guy Skinny 2 Lady, my guy Yo the Crush. Appreciate y'all sliding through this. Jump my John MP, what the fuck? Yeah, he's not here for a long time. He's here for a good time. A solid power puncher. 19 wins, 17 KOs, speak for itself. He has a consistent jab. Haven't really seen him against, top level competition, so I couldn't really tell you, if it's an opponent thing or not. But James Morrison carries power, man. He's one of those guys who, when he hits you, you feel it. You most definitely feel it when James Morrison hits you. In order for him to win this fight against Hasim Rahman, he's going to have to impose his will, going to have to catch, Hasim Rahman, with one of those heavy punches that James Morrison, likes to throw. He's not, anything special, I wouldn't say. What you see is what you get with James Morrison. That's the thing about James Morrison, but he is a solid puncher. Hasn't been tested, he hasn't been tested in the ring just yet as far as having the opponent, hit him back. He's been the aggressor in most of his fights. So there's going to be something, interesting to pay attention to in this fight. Hasim Rahman Jr. is the better, per boxer in this fight. Hasim Rahman is 12-0 with 6 KOs. Hasim Rahman is one of those guys who I think, has more power than he displays. He's a pure boxer, type of guy, but who does have power. He's a guy, if he doesn't have to push the gas, he's not going to push the gas. With Hasim Rahman Jr., I wish he would have, been more active in his career. That's my only problem with him. But he said it's a struggle for him to get fights. So, we here now. But Hasim Rahman, I think, is the more skilled boxer in this fight. Morrison has the power edge in this fight. I looked over a few of these guys' fights. It was hard to find, a lot of these guys' fights, but the fights that I was able to find, Hasim Rahman, he has more of the total package in this fight between these two guys. I think Morrison has the power edge, but if Hasim Rahman Jr. can put some of his punches together, then I think he will be able to hurt Morrison too. I'm getting into my prediction, stage of this. I think it's going to be traditional, a boxer versus a brawler type of fight. I think James Morrison is going to come in. He's going to try to land his shot on Rahman Jr., press the issue, get him out of there, and eventually stop Hasim Rahman. I think Hasim Rahman is going to come in with more of a boxing approach, counter-punching approach. I think he's going to make Tommy Morrison miss and then, try to fire off and answer back with his own shots. In this fight, they got Hasim Rahman Jr., the underdog. The favorite is James Morrison. It's a tight fight either way. I think James Morrison favored by like minus 132, and Hasim is plus 132. Pretty close to a pick'em fight. Hasim Rahman will be good underdog, money for this fight. And in this fight, I think the gas tank of Hasim Rahman is going to play a big part. Morrison has yet to have a fight, go past 6 rounds. He's had 2 majority decisions in 4-rounders, and he's had 2 majority decisions in a 4-round, I think, and he's had one fight. He's had one fight go 4-rounder for a decision. He had one fight go 4 rounds and he got a stoppage, and he had one fight go 6 rounds and he got a decision. So the longer this fight goes on, advantage to me is Hasim Rahman Jr. when it comes to Morrison. I think Hasim Rahman Jr. has a better gas tank than Morrison. Morrison is the stronger fighter, but I think Hasim Rahman Jr., this is a 10-round fight. I think he go come out here and he go take this into the deeper rounds to really test where Morrison, can go. He go test his chin. I think he go test his gas tank. I think Hasim Rahman Jr. go be just a little too skilled for Morrison, in this fight. So I got Hasim Morrison Jr. in this fight. These guys are heavyweight, so we very well could see a stoppage. But if I do see a stoppage, I think it'll be Hasim Rahman stopping by TKO because Morrison is probably going to gas later in the fight. I see Hasim Rahman Jr. I see the fight being close early, like the first 4 or 5 rounds. But as the fight goes on, I see Hasim Rahman Jr. being able to dominate this fight against James Morrison. So my prediction for this fight is Hasim Rahman Jr. I got Hasim Rahman Jr. by unanimous decision. I think it's going to be an entertaining fight, but I think as the fight goes on, Hasim Rahman Jr. is going to start to pull away. I think he's going to start to pull away with this one. Can y'all do your boy a favor? If y'all haven't already, hit that like button when y'all come in and subscribe to the channel. Greatly appreciate it. Make sure y'all tune in to the RoyJones Son of Legends fight card tonight. I will be calling it. I will be here. You know what I mean? So make sure y'all tune in. I think we got boxing on Friday, free boxing, free event, FiteTV. You can download this app. You can watch it on your phone. You can watch it on your TV, FiteTV app. It's going to be a lot of Gerald McCullough Jr., Hasim Rahman Jr. You got Tommy Morrison son on the card. You got a few juniors. It's a couple more juniors that I'm forgetting about. It's like 7 or 8 different boxer sons that's fighting tonight. You know what I mean? So it's gonna be a highly entertaining thing. But I got Hasim Rahman Jr. By unanimous decision. Wouldn't be surprised if he got the stoppage on Morrison. Because of fatigue. Morrison is the favorite in this fight. I repeat, Morrison is the favorite in this fight. Hasim Rahman Jr. is, coming in from the Vegas standpoint, as the underdog in this fight. So I think this is going to be a highly interesting fight. Make sure y'all stay tuned because I'm getting ready to come right back live. I'm getting ready to come right back live. If y'all haven't, make sure y'all check out my Southern Teas, that I dropped before this. I dropped like 3 or 4 more fight predictions today. I also told you about Andy Ruiz and Luis Ortiz have been scheduled to fight August 13th. We got that fight date, but that's all I got. Hasim Rahman Jr. by unanimous decision over James Morrison Jr. Tonight on the RoyJones Jr. FiteTV boxing card. He fighting Tommy Morrison Jr. tonight. Let me say what's up to the people that came in the building. Let me say what's up to my folks that came in the building. What's good, Yoda? Appreciate you sliding through this jump, my guy Yoda Crush. What's good? Appreciate you sliding through. My junk Skinny Too Lady. Appreciate you sliding through this junk Skinny. Glad you could make it. Bruce Goals. Appreciate you sliding through this junk. Shout out my guy Bruce Gas. Appreciate you sliding through this junk. My guy MP. What the fuck? What's good, Brody? Glad that you could make it. Glad that you could make it. Unscripted Virtuoso was good, pimp. Appreciate you sliding through this junk. Unscripted. Andrew Penny. It's been a minute. What's good? Andrea Penny. It's been a minute. Say Southern T. We need lots more heavyweight fights in boxing. Yeah, and we starting to get them. To be real with you, we starting to get them. No key, they starting to manifest themselves. So they got WWA Women Champs hopping up the weigh-in, Joe. Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. Shout out my girl Andrew Penn. She's appreciate y'all sliding through this, John Doe. Appreciate y'all sliding through this, John Doe. Make sure y'all tell a friend. I appreciate everybody that liked the video, everybody that will like the video, everybody that subscribed, everybody that will subscribe. I got Hasim Rahman Jr. unanimous decision over James Morrison tonight on the RoyJones Fight TV card. Make sure y'all stay blessed. Skin the heart away. This ain't the past. This ain't the future, but this the present. That's how we rocking. And I'm out.